Hello and welcome to my live stream. I'm Anastasia and today we will be talking about electric nail files, electric drill bits, and everything related to this topic. So once again, welcome and let's start. Just a second, I will set up everything so I will be able to see your comments. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Electric nail file is something that we use for product removal, for manicures, for pedicures. It can be used basically for many things, even to create designs. So let me know, guys, if you can hear me and see me, because I'm just not sure. Oh, okay. Hi, Suzie. Love your accent, like watching your videos. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just doing it on the phone, so I just wasn't sure. Hi, that you will be able to see me. Awesome. So we're talking about electric files, and let me guys know if somebody here is working with electric file already. Oh, hello LA. I'm coming there in January. Hello Serbia, good morning, and it's evening in our area. Okay, that's awesome that you can hear me, and I will start. Perfectly in frame, can hear perfect. Okay, everything is perfect. We can begin. LA loves you. How to do that heart? Yeah, I love you guys too. So electric file, I think it's something that we really need. It's like such an important tool. I can't really imagine my life without it. So it's really important to have the right tool. Like if your nail file, electric nail file, is not powerful enough, then you will be not happy when working with it. So now let's run through the features of electric file that you want to use. So the first one, it needs to be really powerful, and from my personal experience, 35,000 rotation per minute is that they need at least power they need to have. Another option is they need to have between 30 or 60 watts, and let's check if I will be able to show you that. Okay, so I have this file. It doesn't look very pretty, but it's powerful enough, and let me show you. Okay, so here it goes. Output 32 watts. Okay, volts, I'm sorry, watts is a different one. Okay, so that's next thing you need to check. Brazilian living in Poland, wonderful. Next thing is the handle itself. So there are different kinds of handpiece, and this one is pretty heavy and this one is very light, and it's really up to you whether light or heavy is good for you. I'm so used to the light ones, I can't like really work with the heavy ones anymore. And another option I recently discovered is the wire. So some of them are like curved, and this one is straight, and all my life I thought that curved wire is a good solution because I don't know, I like it. But now when I tried the straight one, I realized it's so much better, because when you're working with this curved wire, curly, yeah, you're like working and everything falls down from this area and it's shorter. And with a long one, it's really long and you just, can work more comfortably. I think the dentist, if you notice in their machine, they also have the straight wire. So it's just my personal preference. I'm not saying that everybody should have a straight wire, but I personally prefer the straight one. With the Russian husband, I'm not professional, but I'm learning all with you myself. Okay. Or it gets stuck somewhere, exactly, or something gets stuck between here. So if you will have an option, let's say you're choosing between two electric files, they're all the same, but they have different wires, I would always vote for the straight one. Another option is back and forward mode, forward and reverse mode. I'm not sure if there are any drill bits without the reverse mode. So sometimes it says like this L and R. So in this machine, left means it's left rotation and R means right rotation. So basically R is forward and left is reverse. So sometimes it gets really tricky. Like my students were from Russia and they always think that R means reverse. but not necessarily. Sometimes, so if you see it says forward and reverse, then it's forward and reverse, but if it's L and R, it can mean left and right. And let's see, well, on this machine I don't even have no, okay, well, I will flip you over, I will show you this another machine. So on my other one I just have a button where I push it and it automatically switched to the reverse mode, so it stops the drill and then it switched to the reverse mode. Okay, so these are the basic requirements we need to have for our drill bits. And okay, I was missing some of your comments, and now I will show you my ceiling. And this is how we do it. Okay, now I flipped you over and now I can show you everything's going on my table. So here it's off, so we're safe here. So this means 0, and you see now here it says 35,000 rotations per minute. So that means if we go right here to the top speed, that will be 35,000 rotations per minute. So then we need to divide it into 2, like halfway, which will be somewhere here. So here it will be 17 and a half, right? 35 divided by 2. For Canada, I would recommend, I'm not sure about the name of the brands that you have there, but I know that Coupa are doing good files. This makes sense what I'm explaining now, so let me do it like right here. Okay, so we have a circle. So if here we have 0 and here it says 35 RPM, which is rotation per minute. So then we simply need to divide this length into 2, which will be halfway, 17 and 5,000 rotations per minute. So it's 1,000. 35, yeah, not less than that, because if you will have like 20,000, that's not enough even to do good manicure. I'm not even saying about like, you know, product removal. So then when we divide 17 by 2, oh no, I'm not as good in math. Well, it's 8 something, etc. So now you will know, like, let's say if you're working about somewhere here, that will be about 8 to 10,000 rotations per minute. And you really need to understand what speed you're working on now, so you will know, you know, if you need to add more or whether you need to add less. Here we have a switch which goes from left to the right, and luckily they even have a picture. So forward mode, or in some machines like this one, it might say right. That means it's rotating clockwise, like this, from the left to the right. Okay, it's kind of heavy to hold it all the time. So here we have a clock, and this is how it's rotating, from the left to the right, rotating. So to work, when you need to remove something, you need to work in the opposite direction, right? Not the same way it's rotating. And the reverse mode R, or on this machine it will be left, it's counterclockwise, the opposite direction. Makes sense? So on some drill bits like this one, which is my favorite, recently, it's Calibri, so it's Russian produced. You see here they simply have this number of the speed, so it's pretty easy. You just switch and you immediately see what the speed you're working on. And when you need to switch, you simply click this button and it stops, and then it switches to the reverse. Portable machines, well, the small ones, they can be good when you need to file something on the go. Let's say if you're going to some competition and you can't bring the big machine, but usually when like they're also not powerful enough. Okay, so here also, if we're working on the forward mode, which is right, first you need to stop to 0, and only after that you can switch to the opposite direction. Makes sense? Yes, that was a reverse. Okay, so when you're right, are you going to work left? Yeah, so okay, when the drill bit is rotating, it's not, you know, like a flat surface, but it really depends what you're going to do. So I can't tell you like, okay, if you're switched to the forward mode, you always need to work in the exact direction, because it really depends what you're going to do. Because in a manicure, sometimes we work in the same direction it's rotating. When we remove product, okay, if I hold the drill bit like this, and it's rotating clockwise, then we need to go from the left to the right because I'm holding it from the top. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, that might be not the best rule. Like, you always need to look for the direction, but as we are not live like, you know, in a flat world, then you also need to understand like if you're working from here or to here. When you're in forward motion, you're going from the middle of the nail to your left side. Okay, Susie, yeah, that also depends, once again, what you're going to do, whether you're going to remove the product from here or from up here, Also, when I remove the product on a forward mode, sometimes I hold the nail like this and work from here. So that will be from the bottom to the cuticle. Okay, but that still will be, you know, but as it's rotating right there, so I'm working on the opposite direction. So if you're not sure, you can always check. So if you're, let's set it to like a slow speed. Well, it's not even a drill bit. Okay, I was thinking in terms of cuticles. Yeah, it's kind of, okay, so you see, so when it goes like this, it's kind of just rolling on my skin. But if I go like this, you see, it's kind of gets stuck a little, so I can feel the tension. You see, and here it's just going really easy. So in case just you are not sure, or you forgot, or you just want to feel in what direction your drill bit is rotating. Okay, so this is about the direction and rotations. Now let's talk about drill bits. Or if you have any questions about the electric files, we can also go back to that. So there are many different, let me zoom in, just a second. Okay, so these are carbide drill bits, and they have black abrasive mark, which means it's coarse. So these ones I can recommend for acrylic removal or for the product removal where you just know that you need to remove a lot. Well, I think you can even tell it just by looking at it. It's that it has a pretty coarse abrasive. Also, there are some with a double black mark, which is really coarse. And once again, never ever use them on your natural nails. Only for the acrylic or gel ones. Also, we have blue mark, and I'm not sure that I have blue. Well, okay, I'm sorry, this one is not very cleaned yet, but still it has blue on it. And green. Okay, so the next one will be green abrasive mark, and then, oh, I have one here, okay. Then goes green, then goes blue mark. Green is like medium coarse, blue is softer, but also something like medium, and red is medium fine. So as the color goes lighter, well, it's really hard to say which one is lighter, green or blue. I think my camera doesn't really show the colors. Okay, and also we have yellow, which is very rare, so like not many brands have them, but still, so you know, yellow is softer. So it goes next. And also we have white, which is fine. Like, but also white and yellow are pretty rare. So the most coarse abrasive is black. Then we have green, which is softer but still coarse. Then we have blue, red, yellow, and white. So for the natural nails, I will recommend softer abrasive, but the ones I'm showing you, those are carbide drill bits, and we can only use them for the product. For product removal, for filing the product, filing surface of the product, sometimes for the design, but never ever use them on the skin or on the natural nails, as they are pretty coarse. So they basically work like a small knives. As you can see, these abrasive marks here, so it's rotating and it's basically cutting some parts of the surface of the product and removing it. Okay, makes sense? So these abrasive marks works for all kind of drill bits. So these were, right now we had carbide, and also we have diamond drill bits, and they have the same abrasive marks. Well, I'm not sure I've ever seen a black one, but they also have blue. They also have green, and green is more coarse than blue. And they also have red, which is fine. So you just always need to remember that green is the most coarse, then goes the blue, and then goes the red, then goes yellow, but also like yellow diamond bit is pretty rare. And so diamond's bit, this means those are the small particles which are not as coarse as the carbide beads. So this one we can use for the manicure, for the skin, and sometimes for the natural nails. They can have different shape, different size, different quality. So you always need to be really careful when working with them. So I'll also have this kind of shape. And all of these drill bits should be properly cleaned and sterilized after work. Already I have another kind of drill bits. Well, if the gel polish gets stuck in a drill bit, that means, well, it was not completely cured. It really depends on the how it's cured, not really on the color. But if it happens, then you can simply clean it. So to clean, we can use, there's like special drill bits, which also can be rotating and cleaning it. Or I recommend to use an ultrasound sterilizer. I think it's the best one to clean. So also we have this kind of drill bits, which are single use. So after use, you simply remove it. And here we have a silicone. And then you can use different kind of abrasive. So we have fine, small, or coarse. Choose the one according to what you're going to do. Put it on here, and after use, you can simply throw it away. So it's basically one-time single-use file. But well, basically that's what it is. It really looks like a file, just in a different shape. And also you probably heard about the ceramic drill bits, and they also go in a different look. So we have ceramic like these ones. They're pretty soft and can be used for the manicure. They can be, usually they're pink, but also they have white and blue. I'm not sure if it's something's wrong with the gel polish. Well, if only one color, yeah, try to do a thinner layer, maybe to cure it longer, to prevent that. So this kind of ceramic drill bits, just imagine this is like some kind of the same as diamond drill bits, And also there's ceramic which looks like carbide, like this one. And I personally like this one a lot because it's so great for gel polish removal. It's not as hard as the carbide, and I don't know if you guys probably heard about the ceramic knives. So if we take something which is hot, let's say, I don't know, hot surface, so if we take carbide, then it heats so easy. And ceramic doesn't really heat that much. That's why I like it better for the product removal. And recently I also tried this carbide bead. I don't know, maybe you heard of this one. And honestly, I don't really like it because it's, I don't know, it just doesn't file as good. I have a pink ceramic and I don't know how to use it. Do you have like the same as this one, just in pink color, or do you have this ones? Because if it looks like it's carbide, then it's really good for the product removal, for removal of gel polish, for working with the soft products like soak-off gels or polygel. Yes, yeah, so try it. This is a good one depending also on the shape that you have. If it's something similar or if it's a cylinder, it's really good for the product removal. And also there are many different kinds of buffing drill bits, like these ones. And so these ones are gray, and you can even yes, you're welcome. So this ones is more coarse. You can tell just by looking at it. You see it has deeper pores in it, and this one has finer pores. So this one is for buffing the surface. And also there are some kind of silicone drill bits that are basically for polishing, like for also buffing the surface, but to a high shine. And also I have seen many different kinds of, you know, chamois, of this crazy looking drill bits. So you need to use them together with some special polishing paste or cream or nail oil that will just help you to buff the surface. Hi, Florida. Okay, so these are not all the drill bits in the world out there. There are just millions of them. I was just trying to show you, like, to classify them so you will understand which to use. So let's just put them like this. So the drill bits for manicure or for the natural nails are ceramic. Well, these different kinds of buffing can be used for the natural nails too. And also you can use diamond drill bits for the manicure, but only starting from the blue abrasive, because green is still kind of coarse. Well, maybe for the men's manicure, but usually it goes from the blue abrasive. So blue, red, yellow is okay for the natural nails, but green, you need to be really careful. And carbide beads are okay for the products. Acrylic gel, soak-off product, gel polishes. This one goes here and this one goes here. Natural, gel, acrylic, or something else. Okay. So if you have any questions regarding the drill bits and the speed and the electric files, we can go through this now. And also let's do the nail product removal right now. So I have this nail, yes, I think you can see it. So I have some problem right here, it's lifting, and I hit it really hard 2 days ago. And this is acrylic, so we simply need to remove it. And I usually use drills to remove it because, I don't know, it's just fast. And yes, as this is acrylic, we could soak it off, but removing it with the drill bits will be so much faster. So while I'm setting up my area to do the removal, you can ask questions. So I will use, I think I'll be good with this, with the black one. Which one is for dry manicure? So for dry manicure, you can use any diamond drill bits. All these are good for the dry manicure. I so when you're working with the drill bit and when you're doing manicure, usually it always comes dry. What is in my world, because you know, dry manicure, right, is when you're not using water or cuticle remover. Hi from the States. Are all the bits you're showing sanitizable? Exactly, all of them except for one, which is this one. This one is single use. And yes, those are sanitizable. And if you guys are interested in sanitizing process, I can maybe do a separate live stream for it, because this is a huge topic. And I need to bring all my sterilizers closer so you will be able to see them. Okay. So I will be using my favorite drill bit, nail drill I showed you, and I will, as we have pretty much product there, I think I will set it to 24. Yes, please, okay. And I will put away my another drill bit. Oh, and I will put it right here in case somebody is not following me yet on Instagram or Facebook. Okay. So when you need to, I heard that some state boards won't recognize the sanitation of ceramic and diamond. Okay, how true that is. Oh, Shanna, I'm not sure I can give you good information about state boards in different states. But I can assure you that, well, diamond drill bits are absolutely sanitizable. But yeah, I'm not really familiar with the law in a different state, so I'm not sure I can give you that answer. So are you saying that they required to throw them away after use? I really need to research that. Some ladies want their kids' nails done. What do you think in under 12 years old, since we have to file them? So my opinion is on this topic. Like, I tried to do nails to my cousin when she was 13, and don't go, and they were lifting like after 2 days. So the reason for that is that in this age, when girls are like 13 to 14, they have different changes in their body, and you just cannot really guarantee that it will last. So my personal opinion is that you need to be, well, at least 16 to do like overlay. But if you're talking just about the manicures, like without cutting, without drills, just, you know, file the shape and apply regular nail polish, then yeah, 12 is fine. But, you know, gel polish and some extensions, I think you need to be at least 16 or 14. That's just my opinion. Okay, so now I will put you back to the ceiling. And when we need to, I don't need it right here. We need to switch to another drill bit. We need to move this part. Well, it can be different. And I hear 14 to 15. Well, yeah, I also think it depends on the law. Like in our school, we require models to be at least 14. So if you're like 13, you can come to us and do the nails, but you need to have like a written permission from your parents, or you need to come together with them. If you are 15, then it's fine. So that's like what it's like in our country. So I will be using black carbide drill bit. Well, this is what I do to make sure it's really nice in there. So you need to actually feel that it goes all the way down here, and it's different. For some drill bits you don't need to put it all the way, but in my case I need to do this, and then here this cleaning again. In Germany 16 to 18. Yeah, I think it's about this. Well, you guys, I think you're more strict about this these things. Well, I never heard like any problems with the UK 16. Interesting. Okay, so we're working at 24,000 rotations per minute, and honestly I haven't decided yet if I... Okay, so I think I'm not going to remove it like completely. I will file off all this part which has lifting there, and then we will see. If the lifting goes all the way, then maybe we will remove it completely. what they would expect you to do with them. Maybe just not use them, period, or if you have them, keep for personal use. Oh, maybe just not use them for period if you have them keep for personal use. Oh, that's regarding, yeah, the law. Yeah, that's interesting because I mean, okay, when you're working with the nails, with somebody, I think you just have to clean it and sanitize them because you just sometimes accidents happen, or this person might already have some cuts on their nails, so it really makes sense to clean them. And well, actually in our country, diamond drill bits, they're pretty cheap, so actually I even know some nail technicians that use them only one time. Well, you really can't afford it. But for carbide drill bits, we always use them on the product. So also I think it's fine just to clean and sterilize them. Okay, now let's turn it on. I'm working in the forward mode now. As I'm working on myself, that's how I do. I will hold it with my pinky and my thumb. In Israel, under 15, you need a parent approve. Yeah, that's good. And so I'm working, you see, from the cuticle towards the free edge. And another important thing is, let me zoom you in. Oh, Pam, we got sound. Maybe something wrong on your side. So the main mistake I've seen from the nail technician is that the surface gets to look something like this, like I call it cheese. So you need to set it on a certain speed and do the straight move. So basically cutting the part of the surface. Carbide is good for all states as far as I know. I was just talking about the diamond and ceramic. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, diamond and ceramic can be sterilized, but yeah, unfortunately I'm not really familiar with the law. Like in my country, we're required to sterilize all kinds of drill bits, whether it's ceramic or carbide. So then I'm moving the nail, and you see I'm trying to remove the product so underneath it stays smooth. Okay, right here it's not really comfortable as am I working on myself. If it was client, I will simply do something like this and continue working, but I cannot do this. So I will flip over. Oh my god, I hope, let me bring this another light closer. Hope you can see it all, and continue removing. And yes, I'm sorry that I can miss some of your comments while I'm filing, as I'm trying to focus so as the focus stays there and I will not overfile anything. Okay, so we have a lifting here. That means I need to remove it all right here. It would be useful to have a link for drill and drill bits to be able to purchase for what you have talked to. Janet, yes, I can do that after we finish our stream. Absolutely. The only problem is I don't really have a good links for the drill bits like in the States. I have the links for the good electric nail files. I can share them, no problem. But with the drill bits, I only know good ones in Russia. So if that will help, I also can totally share this. Okay, so as I go closer to the free edge, and working on yourself is pretty easy because you can feel everything, like when it's heat. So the best way to learn to work with the electric file is to work on yourself. Oh, I am from the UK, thank you. Oh, yes, then, well, I share all the links that I know, the product, and you'll see, maybe something will work for you. But honestly, with the drill bits, I have students all around the world struggling to find the good ones, because, I don't know, it's just really hard to find. Okay, so now we can see that the lifting is not that bad. Well, it is only here, so I'm not going to remove my nail completely, only down here, and then I will place another product. Okay, then I will flip around and continue filing. Oh, and by the way, that you can recommend which is more easy to use for us. Yes, well, the problem, yeah, is with the beads, they don't really have a brand. So, for beginners, I would recommend, like, for manicure, ceramic drill bits are pretty easy because they're soft and it's almost impossible to hurt anyone with them. Does anybody recommend a place for buying these products here in Poland? Scrap. Well, I know that you guys have Eurofashion, and also you guys have a distributor of NSI products. But yeah, unfortunately I don't have any recommendations for the drill bits. Okay, so while we're talking, I removed almost all of the lifting right here. And do you guys want to see the rest of this refill? Because I still need to do it. I can't leave it like this. Okay, now we turn it off. And now we need to remove the dust. And this part of the lifting, yes, okay, then let's, yes, do a feel. Okay, let's do it together. I'm totally up to it. So this part of the lifting, it's separated, and you see it's, well, it's not there. And I know it looks painful, but it happened when I hit the nail. So, I mean, I'm not hurting it right now. It would have happened anyways, you know, when we file it off. So now I will take a file, 180, and carefully file this area. And before doing this, I will also push back my cuticles. Oh my god, this is a weird pusher I have. So I had a webinar in Russian yesterday. That's why all my products are a little bit messed up all around. How did I know when to stop before you reach the natural nail? That's a good question. So usually it gets warmer, so when you're working on yourself, you will feel it, but you need to look really close. Natural nail and product, they really have a different structure, so let me show you. Like natural nail, it has these small ridges, and the product is really smooth. So it really takes practice, and as I said, I recommend you to practice on yourself a few times, and after that you will know how to tell when's the difference. But if you're not sure, you know what you can do? Simply stop when the product is too thin already, and then like file off the rest, or just leave it. I think that's the best one. Okay, turn it around. So I'm filing the area which is like between the product and the nail to completely smooth it out, and then I will just slightly remove the surface shine from the outgrown nail. You need to be really careful as this nail is already damaged. It was in Russian. I was wondering if it was by just me, Cynthia. Did I miss something? I'm not sure I understand what it means. It was in Russian. Oh, it's freezing. Oh, you mean the picture? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's happening. Oh, it was freezing. Okay. Yeah, the picture was freezing. That's probably something bad. Yeah, with the connection. Let me know if it will happen again. I will try to fix it somehow. Yeah. Okay. And then I will file the other side of the nail. So when you had a lifting, you need to make sure that you have completely removed this lifting, because if it will stay right there and you will apply a new product on top, then we'll have green nails. Does the actual e-file determine how well your beads work? Is it necessary to have an expensive e-file? April, that's a great question. And it needs to be powerful enough. That's what I was talking at the beginning of my live stream. So it needs to have at least 35,000 rotation per minute and at least 30 to 60 volts. That's the minimum requirement for the power. And yes, even if you have the best drill bits in the world, it still will not work. Let's say if you have an old car and you bought it brand new tires, will it work? Well, I mean, the car is still not powerful enough. No, it's not working. Okay, let me guys check my connection. How long does it take you to do your own nails? It really depends on what I'm doing. Usually on myself, I'm doing such a crazy thing, so it takes me like the whole evening to do my one hand, and the next evening I do my other hand. So usually it's 3 hours for my bad hand, my right hand, when I'm working with my non-dominant, and about 2 hours to do another one. Okay, now I will leave you just for a second to grab my products, and you can again join my Instagram if you haven't yet. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, me a couple of evenings. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I can't really dedicate the whole day for it. I wish I could. That makes me feel so much better. Yeah. Well, yeah, and I mean, you know, and myself, usually I'm like doing something and then I decided to do something else, and then I want to try a new product and then it's not working. So yeah, sometimes it takes long. I'm not the only one. It takes much longer when doing with my non-dominant hand. Of course not. I haven't met a person yet who says like, oh, it takes me like, even like, if somebody's following me, then I have a student. She recently won the competition in Hong Kong, so she's doing the whole set for 1 hour, and still it takes her long to work with her non-dominant hand. So it's fine if it takes too long. Yeah, I feel so much better. Yeah, relief. Okay, now I will pour some monomer. In my deepen dish. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, working on yourself, I think it's always, but I always start with my non-dominant hand, and after that, it's such, oh, now it's messy here. It's such a relief. It works so easy and so fast on my other hand. So I'm really enjoying the second part of my process. Okay. And you know, I think I will need some cover pink powder, and let's do the rose blush. That's my favorite. I cannot make my mind too if I'm doing my nails. Yeah, you see, I'm kind of distracted now. Okay, hopefully everything is set up, so I will use also my, no, that's not my favorite brush. That's the one, yes, the one with the sharp edge. Now let me set the, oh, that's smart to start with non-dominant hand. Yeah, it always feel like speeds up, exactly. And you know, I always try to do hard work first. That's kind of, yeah, what my strategy. And actually, yeah, my left hand, well, it's not new also, but I did it about like 2 weeks ago, and this one is already 6 weeks old or something. So yeah, they also have different. So first I apply, so you won't be tired for the next, exactly. But if you do them in a one day or evening, yes, but I still do them in a separate days. Okay, let me zoom back. Okay, first I will apply dehydrator. It's NSI, and I am sorry it's closed. It's because I was using it for the TV show and they had to cover, you know, all the names, so they couldn't see the brand. And I haven't removed them yet. Then I will have an attract primer. non-acid primer. Only apply it to the natural nail part. Okay, I also forgot to say, if you have a focus, so this is very important that you don't have any lifting yet. Like, you need to remove all the pockets, and if you still have some lifting out there, you need to file it off first, and only after that start the application. Let me guys know if you can see it clearly, because I don't know, in my picture it's kind of dark. I'm not sure how I should. Okay, I need to zoom off. May I have the address of your salon? I'm going to Moscow next 23rd. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, I will leave the address. Well, actually, you can find it on the Facebook. It's just kind of hard to audio it. Or on my Instagram, you can send me the direct. But yeah, we have the address on the Facebook. You can find it there. So yeah, it's perfect. It would be nice if you stop by. Okay, now let's start the application. And when I will be applying acrylic, I'm not sure I will be able to see your comments. Okay, so I'm taking the medium size bead and apply it right here in the center first. Then I stretch it. Okay, I'm moving the wire, so my phone is moving too. And then I push the product right here. Oh, and by the way, I had some lifting there, and I'm planning some nice videos for my channel next year regarding the lifting, because I received many requests from you guys that some of you have troubles with lifting. So yeah, we'll be definitely adding a few videos about this topic, like how to avoid them. I find that you would love to have short classes with you. Yeah, Gilmar, if you contact me on Instagram, I will give you all the information that we have. That would be great. Is that now, like December, or next month? Okay, and then I will take a small bead and apply it and stretch it. Okay, I hope I'm still in the camera. Stretch. And I always try to work with my brush like as long as possible, so I won't have to file much, because I don't like filing. This the monomer has to be in warm weather when the weather is cool. Well, it's recommended to be stored at 18 to 21 Celsius. So if it's too cold in the room, well, nothing will happen to it. Well, I mean, how cold? If it's like -20, it's bad. But well, I didn't experience problems. If it's usually the problem is that when it's too cold in the room, then it will polymerize slower. But usually the main problem is when it's too hot. Then it's almost impossible to work. You just take the bead and it immediately polymerizes on your brush. No, that's the real problem. So are you still using polygel at all? You're back on acrylic all the time. Yes, I'm using polygel. I just did an online class in Russian with them. And I don't know, do you think, guys, I should do also like the webinar or something in English? Because like we talked with them in a Cosmoprof and they're really happy with what I'm doing with this product. I don't know whether it's popular out there. So I'm working, half-half. It really depends, both with polygel, with acrylic, and with the gel. I actually work with gel a lot too, because in Russia gel is more popular. I'm doing acrylic on myself, but I think I work with gel even more. I'll go by car December 25 in Moscow. Oh, awesome. Until Jan 6. Yeah, I will be there at the end of December. From Israel. Hello, Israel. Yes, I left polygel video. Use that on myself. Yes, I do use gel. I like acrylic or poly gel more, honestly, but yeah, I mean, I do a lot of gel classes. Maybe in my videos I do more acrylic because, you know, just videos is like hobby for me. I do what I like there. That's because in English I'd love to see gel, and Canada it's more popular. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I have some gel videos, but yeah, if you're interested, I can do more. So that was it with the application. I will put away my Dapin dish just in case. Maybe we will need to add something later, but hopefully not. And oh yeah, I can actually see the picture is freezing and the quality is not as good as I'm seeing it. Okay. Okay, so now we're done with the application. I only need to file it and apply the finish, and that will be it. And oh my god, we've been talking for the whole hour already. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask now, and I will flip you over right now. Okay, so just in case you didn't know, right now we have a free class. It's 12 ideas for the Christmas. I think I didn't leave the link, so it's annaacademy.com. You can go right there, and on the main page you can find this class. If you can, just feel free to contact me. So we are doing these designs, you can repeat them, and this class is completely free. You just only need to share this page on the Facebook, so feel free to join that. And also I will have a class in LA on February 5th on electric file manicure, and if you're interested, also feel free to join. This is a hands-on class. We will be working the whole day, and at the end you will receive a certificate. And also the set of the drill bits that you will need for this class is included. So you will have all you need for work. And that's pretty much it. If you don't have more questions, thank you. Yes, you're welcome. You know, I was actually thinking of going live like every week. What do you think? But unfortunately, I only cannot commit to the certain day because I'm traveling a lot and I can't really predict what day of the week will it be. So probably it will be moving. So just follow me on Instagram and Facebook so you will get notified about my new live streams, webinars, and different other things. And thank you so much for joining me, for watching. Yes, feel free to ask questions, and I'm sorry about different technical and other errors that I had. I will work on removing them in the future, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. So have a great day, have a great evening, and if somebody's here watching from the Europe also, you're welcome, guys. Thank you. I love you so much too, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to my live stream. I'm Anastasia, and today we will be talking about electric nail files, electric drill bits, and everything related to this topic. So once again, welcome, and let's start. Just a second, I will set up everything so I will be able to see your comments. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Electric nail file is something that we use for product removal, for manicures, for pedicures. It can be used basically for many things, even to create designs. So let me know, guys, if you can hear me and see me, because I'm just not sure. Oh, okay. Hi, Suzie. Of your accent, like watching your videos. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just doing it on the phone, so I just wasn't sure. Hi, that you will be able to see me. Awesome. So we're talking about electric files, and let me guys know if somebody here is working with electric file already. Oh, hello LA. I'm coming there in January. Hello Serbia, good morning, and it's evening in our area. Okay, that's awesome that you can hear me, and I will start. Perfectly in frame, can hear perfect. Okay, everything is perfect, we can begin. LA loves you. Back and forward mode, forward and reverse mode. I'm not sure if there are any drill bits without the reverse mode, So sometimes it says like this L and R. So in this machine, left means it's left rotation and R means right rotation. So basically R is forward and left is reverse. So sometimes it gets really tricky, like my students were from Russia and they always think that R means reverse, but not necessarily. Sometimes, so if you see it says forward and reverse, then it's forward and reverse, but if it's L and R, it can mean left and right. And let's see, well, in this machine I don't even have no, okay, well, I will flip you over, I will show you this another machine. So on my other one I just have a button where I push it and it automatically switched to the reverse mode, so it stops the drill and then it switched to the reverse mode. Okay, so these are the basic requirements we need to have for our drill bits. And okay, I was missing some of your comments, and now I will show you my ceiling. And this is how to do that part. Yeah, I love you guys too. So electric file, I think it's something that we really need. It's like such an important tool. I can't really imagine my life without it. So it's really important to have the right tool. Like if your nail file, electric nail file, is not powerful enough, then you will be not happy when working with it. So now let's run through the features of electric file that you want to use. So the first one, it needs to be really powerful, and from my personal experience, 35,000 rotation per minute is that they need at least power they need to have. Another option is they need to have between 30 or 60 watts, and let's check if I will be able to show you that. Okay, so I have this file. It doesn't look very pretty, but it's powerful enough, and let me show you. Okay, so here it goes. Output 32 watts. Okay, volts, I'm sorry, watts is a different one. Okay, so that's next thing you need to check. Brazilian living in Poland, wonderful. Next thing is the handle itself. So there are different kinds of handpiece, and this one is pretty heavy and this one is very light, and it's really up to you whether light or heavy is good for you. I'm so used to the light ones, I can't like really work with the heavy ones anymore. And another option I recently discovered is the wire. So some of them are like curved, and this one is straight, and all my life I thought that curved wire is a good solution because I don't know, I like it. But now when I tried the straight one, I realized it's so much better, because when you're working with this curved wire, curly, yeah, you're like working and everything falls down from this area and it's shorter. And with a long one, it's really long and you just, can work more comfortably. I think the dentist, if you notice in their machine, they also have the straight wire. So it's just my personal preference. I'm not saying that everybody should have a straight wire, but I personally prefer the straight one. With the Russian husband, I'm not professional, but I'm learning all with you myself. Okay. Or it gets stuck somewhere, exactly, or something gets stuck between here. So if you will have an option, let's say you're choosing between two electric files, they're all the same, but they have different wires, I would always vote for the straight one. Another option is okay, now I flipped you over and now I can show you everything's going on my table. So here, it's off, so we're safe here. So this means 0, and you see now here it says 35,000 rotations per minute. So that means if we go right here to the top speed, that will be 35,000 rotations per minute. So then we need to divide it into 2, like halfway, which will be somewhere here. So here it will be 17 and a half, right? 35 divided by 2. For Canada, I would recommend, I'm not sure about the name of the brands that you have there, but I know that Coupa are doing good files. This makes sense what I'm explaining now, so let me do it like right here. Okay, so we have a circle. So if here we have 0 and here it says it's 35 RPM, which is rotation per minute. So then we simply need to divide this length into 2, which will be halfway, 17 and 5,000 rotations per minute. So it's 1,000, 30, 30.